According to an article published over at Far Out, written by Aaron Starkey, Quincy Jones says that Jimi Hendrix was too scared to play with the musicians that he had lined up for an album that was set to be recorded right before Hendrix passed away. So, according to the article, Quincy Jones had invited Hendrix to play, and he gave these comments to the magazine Vulture in 2018. Quincy Jones said about Hendrix that he, quote, chickened out, unquote, of working with a collection of prominent musicians on his 1970 album, Gula Matari. Hendrix was in line to play on the album when he was starting to move away from psychedelic rock and moving toward jazz and funk and other musical genres. And according to the article, Quincy Jones said that jazz heavyweights like Toots Thielemans, Herbie Hancock, Hubert Lewis, and Roland Kirk scared Jimi and caused him to chicken out of ultimately participating in the sessions. So my take on this is that it's probably another case of Quincy Jones spinning fantasies because of the fact that we know Hendrix was very close. Miles Davis, that he had jammed with him. He played with the Philharmonic Symphony. He had done jazz type work on Electric Ladyland, and he had played with some of the greatest musicians in New York, London, and virtually anywhere that he went. He found the top of the tier musicians to jam with, and he played all the time. I don't think Hendrix would have been intimidated even by a jazz session that featured these kind of legendary players. And I don't think that fact that he didn't participate in the recording proves that he, quote, chickened out. What I think probably happened was there wasn't a firm commitment. Anyone who knows what was going on in Jimi's life right there near the end will know that he was facing all kinds of financial problems due to the cost overruns on Electric Ladyland studio. He had a lot of problems in his personal life. He was doing a lot of gigging. He was having a problem putting a stable band together, and he was indeed looking to mature as a musician, as he always was, which is just yet another reason not to believe the story that Quincy Jones offers here. Now, it may be the case that Hendrix had verbally committed to playing on the album and then changed his mind. It may be that Quincy Jones fully expected Hendrix to show up to the sessions and he didn't. Or it may be that there was just some kind of sketchy arrangement that was made that fell through. In any case, I think that it says a lot that Quincy Jones is saying in the same breath that the musicians that were lined up to play on the album were so good they scared Jimi, but that he had invited Jimi to play on the session. So if he had invited Jimi to play on the sessions, then he looks to have found Hendrix to be of the same caliber as the other musicians. But at the same time, if he's saying Hendrix was afraid to show up, he's trying to slight him, which makes me think that what really happened was Hendrix failed to live up to what Jones saw as his part of an agreement. And given the chaos and tumultuous nature of Hendrix's very, very short musical career, I can believe that somehow this one guest spot on a Quincy Jones solo album just kind of got out of Hendrix's radar and he failed to play on it, and this might have caused Quincy Jones to come back with the story that he's given here. This is what I think, but what really matters is what you think. So if you have an idea about this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below, and remember to like and subscribe.